No longer underneath a blanket of fog, but we do have pretty bad air.
But just because the fog is gone does not mean that the air is better. Morgan Saxon is live at the Salt Lake Center for Science Education School. Morgan?
Ron, you're exactly right. Bone call. You've joined us all morning long. Just about 30 minutes ago, we were upstairs in kind of what seems like an aircraft here. We're by one of the elementary schools just west of I-15 here in Salt Lake City. Do you want to kind of explain to us, you have some like 10 years of expertise on this stuff. Open this guy up and tell us what we're seeing this morning as far as our air quality.
Well, this is a machine that's used to get an instantaneous read on particulate, and you can barely see the little dots right here, but this collects particulate on this filter tape, and then this tells us what's happening right at the moment. And we can look at this data and then compare this with the air direction, which way the wind's moving, and track down folks that might be burning or sources of pollution. And we do that if we look over here on this chart. This is the current wind speed and direction, and the green line is the direction. And so we can just go and see where the wind is coming from. When we see a spike on the particulate level, then we can kind of trace it back, and oftentimes that will lead us to somebody who might be burning when we're not supposed to be burning.
So you can actually track down the person who is burning?
Oftentimes we can.
Okay, so you mentioned something about this over here. What does that have to do with all of this?
Well, this is the actual numbers and the readings that come in from this machine, so we can look and see. Now, this one is still being calibrated, so the numbers aren't accurate, but we can look at that, and it takes a reading every couple of minutes and says this is how many micrograms per cubic meter there are right at that minute.
Okay, wow. Lots of information going on here, and obviously we've had some dirty air. We've had those red days, so you can't be burning. And as we learned yesterday, it's a $100 fine. At 6:30, we're going to be talking about how this air pollution is actually affecting the human body. We have an expert from Intermountain Healthcare here to talk to us about that. Stick around. Ron and Mary, over to you.
Yeah. Now we know the gunk that's in our lungs.
I know, and I can really feel it, too. I don't know about you guys, but
I can too.
Start settling in your sinuses and your lungs.
It has been ugly.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's getting better, though.
Yes, it is.
And I'm talking about another storm as well that will really break the inversion, and all the pollution can